I will call the Community Development Authority meeting to order at 3 p.m. Item number 2 is discussion and action, election of officials. I would entertain a motion to elect a chair for the committee. Anybody want to volunteer to be the chair?
I'll nominate Tom Deal as chair of the CDA.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to nominate Tom Beal as chair of the CDA. Tom, do you accept?
Sure, I'll accept.
All right. Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Next, I'll entertain a motion to elect a secretary of the CDA to take minutes and do agendas. I volunteer. So, I need to. Okay, so Tiffany made the motion to nominate herself as secretary, and Colleen second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? A motion carried. I will let the chair continue with the rest of the agenda, and will excuse myself.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll keep that one.
So roll call, starting with Tiffany.
Tiffany Sivecki, CDA.
Mark Samuelson.
Mark Lake. Colleen Osmondson.
Hasdell here. Tom Beal here. Taylor, if you could certify the posting of the meeting.
Yes. Let me just pull it back up. I had it sitting here. I don't know where it went. All right. I certify that on Monday, June 2nd, 2025, the agenda for the Town of Rome Community Development Authority meeting for Thursday, June 5th, 2025 was posted at the following locations: Rome Town Hall, 1:30 p.m., Quick Trip LLC, 1:50 p.m., Nakusa Port Edward State Bank, 1:55 p.m., posted on the Town of Rome website and emailed to the Wisconsin Rapids Tribune on June 2nd, 2025.
All right, thank you. And I have a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as written.
A second.
Second.
Mark seconded it. Vote.
Discussion.
Is there any discussion on the agenda? Okay. All those who approve the agenda say aye.
Aye.
Those against say. Okay, motion carried. Is there any comments from
There
anybody?
were none received. And Tiffany, just so you know, I'm in here, so I'll do the minutes this time and then turn it over to you for the next
Perfect.
one.
Thank you.
Okay? Mhm.
So
But there were no citizen comments received,
no
no.
comments. Any announcements at all?
I have two. One at 4 o'clock, we're going to have a media event here with WSAW and some local other media outlets talking about the EpiPens that will be distributed to all the officers if they haven't been already. So that'll be right at 4 o'clock. And then we have a invitation for folks in the town to tour Sand Valley, and she gave us quite a few dates here. I'll send them out. I'll send this out to Wendy to have distributed to everybody else. But if you're interested in going on a tour, I haven't been there for a while, so I'd like to go see what's new. But we'll get this out to the folks.
All right, thanks, Carl. The only other thing that I would have is that the Monroe Prairie ATV Club is going to have a welcome center on Saturday. It's the same time as the Link to Lakes is happening.
State of our lakes.
State of our Lakes, that's it. All right, is happening. We'll be out there from 10 until 2. We'll have DNR warden, we'll have the sheriff's deputy, who's the rec officer. Chief Strobe has also told us that he will have an officer out there to answer, they'll be able to answer all the questions. The state WATVA will be there, who helps do legislation in Madison for us. So if anyone has any questions or wants to find out anything about the ATV rules for the state, please come out and find out from the people who know, not just secondhand words. Do we have any reports from Parks and Recreation Committee?
So there was not a report. Usually there's somebody on Parks. I don't think any of you are any of you on Parks and Rec? Usually there is somebody, so I can take that one off. It's whatever you guys decide you want on there for reports to come back. Sometimes in the past, there's been a Sand Valley report because we had Jackie Cole. So it all depends on what kind of reports you guys are looking to receive.
Okay.
But the next upcoming Park and Recreation Committee meeting is Monday, the 16th at 5 p.m. Not really a whole lot on the agenda, just starting with the new committee, so we'll build the agenda out, I'm sure.
Okay, and then probably the same with, there's no one here from the Plan Commission, or?
I can say for the Plan Commission, the meeting is next Tuesday. There is a proposed subdivision in addition to where Timberline Court is currently. They're proposing to add a first addition to Alpine Estates. That's on the agenda. And then the small scale solar, they're still discussing that. And there will be an ordinance change proposed to up the maximum square footage for sheds from 150 to 160. Of course, it would get approved at the town, or at the Plan Commission, and then recommended to the town board. But that is on the agenda as well, coming up.
Right, thank you. Anything on the Rome Town Center?
I can update on the RTC. They will be presenting at the June 19th, yes, the June 27th, the June 27th meeting. I have to think of the dates. The June 27th Town Board meeting for where they're at right now, what the future steps will be or would need to be, and kind of present that plan as it is.
The next town board meeting is the 19th.
Okay, that's the one then. One of those, trying to keep all the dates together this month.
Right, thank you. And the WEDC Connect Communities?
So, Lori, did you have any information or contact for WEDC? Could you forward that to me and then I can send it to them? Because I never had any contact with them for the WEDC.
Colleen is familiar with that. She
Oh yeah,
signed up
you
with
had
the
it.
WEDC
Did you sign
Connect
for
Communities,
WEDC?
And we pay a fee every year, but
Because then I can
Maybe
send it
that's
to the
from
rest of
last year.
everybody. Yeah, okay.
I don't have it anymore, so you would be, and you're the only one that's up there that would still be, well, Tiffany, you were signed up for it as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had trouble getting messages.
But you did
Yeah.
finally get it after working with Aaron Welty, so you should be able to, well, I know that Tiffany was able to, Jackie was able to, so.
Yeah, if you could just send it to me and then I can forward it. Or if you want to send it to all the committee members, that'd be amazing.
All right, thank you. Item number 9 is discussion and possible action on the approval of the January 2nd Community Development Authority meeting minutes.
And yes, that's not a typo. We just haven't had a meeting since then.
Anybody have anything to say about it, or was anybody there?
I was there.
I was,
I say you two. I wasn't even at that one.
it was short.
All right, so take a motion to approve it.
Second.
All those in favor, vote aye.
Hi.
Aye.
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 Those against? All right, that was aye, so we're okay with that. It's been approved. Agenda number 10, the next agenda items. Anybody have anything for that?
Tiffany, I know there was an email before when Lisa was still on about a brochure or pamphlet, but I don't know where that got left at. Because we were going to put it onto this agenda, but then she's no longer
Yeah.
on the committee either.
Yeah. I'll reach out to Lisa and
Okay.
see
It was, so what I'm referring to, on our website, there's an economic profile that's under the Community Development Authority tab, and it's very outdated. It's from when Jamie was still here. So we had started looking at getting it updated, and it was continuing to try to be on the agenda, and we kept postponing meetings. But Lisa Kubis and Tiffany Savecki were working with that, so I didn't know if we were still looking at updating that. And then,
Was Lisa and Heather. So-
Lisa and Heather, yeah.
okay.
So I will check on them because I think they had made really good progress on it and they were
Thank
just
you for
buttoning it
correcting
up.
me. Yeah,
Ready to be
yep.
approved.
Okay.
So I'll reach out to her and see that maybe a next agenda item.
So it's an economic profile brochure, and on the website, it's not really a brochure, so they were trying to look at, it's just saying, this is this is the town of Rome, this is what we offer, this is what we're open to for offers. It's just an economic profile brochure.
So it's coming in kind of as a business coming in, or?
It's just,
Am I?
Yeah, Lori.
Go for it.
No, Colleen was there, I don't want to speak out of
No,
turn.
go ahead.
It's a business incentive type piece that if people are interested in the town, they can easily click on it. Then we were looking at possibly putting something into print, because some people like to hand them out when they're at shows. But it has an update on the demographics of the town, the things we got going on here, and the other things that are available to businesses if they did want, are interested in coming to Rome.
All right, thanks, Lori.
Can we get a copy of that so we know what,
If we don't
What's
have
going on?
printed copy,
We don't
it's online.
have, it was made by Kathy Cuss way back in the day, so that's why we didn't have one, so they were looking at recreating it, because when we tried printing it even, it doesn't print properly.
We
So,
need to recreate it.
You can
yes.
look at it online.
Yeah, you can look at it on the website, but that's about it.
Yeah, so if we want to
Unfortunately.
add that as a next agenda item,
Yeah.
I'll touch base with Lisa in the meantime and
Okay.
provide an update, maybe have her come to the next meeting.
Some of the members felt that it was important to leave it as an electronic piece, and paper, people were going away from paper. Some of us felt that paper was still maybe important in this day and age, because people like visuals, and it's something to hand out if you're traveling, or there's something held here at the town hall.
So you know where it is. It's under the Community Development tab, and then it's just the Economic Profile brochure. And then there's about, I think, 6 or 7 pages, but it only shows 5 of them. And they're very old and outdated, so we were trying to get it updated. That it shows different community overviews, destination, cost of living, population, growth, Rome Town Center, government services. It's just like a nice, Carl, you're in that picture that's on the top of it, on the front of it too.
An old one, huh?
Yeah. So that was what we were looking to get updated before.
I'm sure a lot of those costs have probably changed in the last 2 years.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
All right, thank you.
I suggest another item that, an overview for the responsibilities and obligations of the CDA according to state statute. There's a whole section in there that gives us an idea of what we can do and what our limits are, but just to give a good overview of what we could be doing. So,
Oh, yeah.
Carl, what's the state statute
I
number?
don't remember the number on that one. I read it many years ago, but,
Do we get a copy of it?
oh yeah. I'll print it all up.
Right.
Lori?
For that next agenda item, I was actually going to bring up something for you folks that would be helpful, is last year on the second meeting in July, there's a whole bunch of information in there on statutes, bylaws, and everything, the town code that governs the CDA and what you can and cannot do. That would be beneficial, so all you'd have to do is go back to the July meeting, and all those
Yeah.
minutes were in there, and
In the
those
packet.
attachments
Yep.
were all in there, and that was actually worked on. And one thing, if I could, you need to bring the bylaws back then, because the bylaws currently state that the zoning administrator, which is currently contracted, or a support person in the zoning staff is your secretary, and the reason for that was that and nothing against Tiffany, I'm sure she'll do a fantastic job, but the continuity that a staff member can bring to the meetings, because they do secretarial work for other committees, but that's up to you, but it is in your bylaw, it's in the bylaws, that the administrative assistant or the zoning administrator, who's ever available, would take your meeting minutes.
And that's
Because
the,
then they can provide the continuity and the connection between the different committees and what's going on. That's why the reports are on there, in case one of those members wasn't available. Like Heather, I don't know if she's still on here, but she would
Yep,
would
she
be a
is.
plan commission.
So that's the second meeting of July
Second
for
July
the
of last year.
CDA.
Yeah, we had
Okay.
training, yes, quite extensive.
All right.
And the statute is 66.1335, so,
66 what, Carl?
.1335.
So I can include a copy of the bylaws in the packet for the next meeting, if you wanted to look at updating that as well.
That would be great. Any other agenda items?
Your goal matrix, you have some things coming up on your goal matrix that we had updated as well, that people were following through on. You may want to change it, you may want to add it, but that is available as well as far as what's, there's one of those and it got updated every year annually.
Right. Thanks again.
Actually, and I think that pamphlet is part of it, that Lisa and Heather were working on as part of that goal matrix, yep.
Is there anything else anybody has? Nothing from you?
No.
All right. Agenda 11 is the next meeting will be July 3rd at 3 PM. And have a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second. All right. It's been seconded. Can I have a vote on adjourning the meeting? Those approved, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those against, say aye or nay. All right. Meeting has been adjourned at
3:17.
3:16.